Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Get that tire. Hey, what's up guys? Brad, Pool Boys Garage, back at it again, trying to get this 69 ready for the No Name Nationals and our call out from the Odd Rod Garage. Can't wait to see what they got coming. And so we changed it up a little bit. This was the original engine that I was going for with the 69 Roadrunner. Now, they were racing this in a, I want to say a Dodge Dart back, I don't know how many years ago. This engine got pulled, Dodge Dart got sold, and it got pushed in the back of a friend's hot rod shop. My buddy told me about it, I don't know, he's probably told me about this thing about a year ago. And he says, look, it's my motor. They have to move the cars to get the motor out, yada, yada. I said, look, after I got invited to the No Name Nationals and I started trying to put pieces and parts together, I hit him up and I said, look, you know, I'd love to have that motor for the No Names and try to get it in this 69. And then we got the call out and, you know, now I was like chomping at the bit to get something going. So after my buddy got it to his shop, he started kind of having second thoughts of like, man, I really want to use it for something that I have around here. And I was like, man, I was kind of heartbroken. So what did I have to do? I needed something so we could at least start getting the ball rolling so I can make it out to Missouri. We can make it out to Missouri and, you know, try to get down the track. And you know what it takes. It's a challenge to get this stuff going and at least have a car that'll get down the track. I mean, it's a lot of work and a lot of money. You guys know that. So what did I do? I went off and got the street motor 440 just so I could start off with something and get the ball rolling. Well, time went by. My buddy said, you know what, Brad, I'm not going to use this 440. You know, it'd be awesome for your car. And I was like, man, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. So lo and behold, we went over, what was it, Sunday and grabbed it. And now we have a second 440 for this car. So the first motor was awesome. It was built by a nostalgic Mopar guy around these areas named Larry Whitley. And, you know, it's just, I'm grateful that I even have that motor. But that's more of a street motor. And I got a 4-speed I can put behind it. So now I got a nice drivetrain and that can just sit. And now we're going to shift gears and go to this motor. We're going to stab it today. I'm going to at least get it in there. I'd love to run my transmission to it and put it all together. But I'm going to build the transmission with a good buddy of mine, Dennis. And so it's going to have to go in the old, put the motor in, jack the transmission up in there. You know, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's just the way it's falling now. So we can at least get the motor in and start getting the parts going and start building the motor around what we got going on. So enough talking. Let's start working. Let's get it stabbed in and let's have a little bit of fun. All right, hey, what's going on, guys? So we're back at it, back at the 69 Roadrunner drag car that I have no idea what I'm doing. And let's see, Hurst roll control, just trying to, there was already a line lock on this car, but we don't know how old it is. So I figure I'd just change it out and just be done with it. And I ended up going with the Hurst one. This one cost a pretty penny. It was about, I think, $230, and I guess you push a button, hold the brake, let the button go, hope for the best, and hang on for your life. So I never used a line lock before. All my cars are brake torque, let them rip kind of cars, and so this is going to be a first for me. I'm going to have to do some practice swings, no doubt about that. But we are slowly getting her mounted. I'm going to start running a new brake line like I told you in the beginning of video part 2. I got to get up to Advanced Auto here and grab one. And then I'm going to hook this little line lock solenoid up, and we'll run the wires, put the button. I think what I'm going to do is put the button, leave the button where it is on the dash. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. And I don't know. We'll play it by ear on that. They give you a button with a little light with this setup, which is real nice. Light comes on when you're engaged. Light goes off, obviously, when you kick off the line lock. Not really quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm kind of just rambling about that. We'll kind of play it by ear once I get back in the seat. But so that's the game plan for today. And tomorrow we'll pull off the back tires and we'll start on the back brakes and see what we're working with back there. Haven't pulled off those tires since I got the car. Haven't pulled off the drums. I don't know anything about what's going on. All I do know is there's a leak coming from somewhere. So we need to get that handled. All right, here we go. All right, good morning. So back at it. What are we on today? Wednesday. I feel like we're never going to get done. We got plenty of time, but man, psychologically, I'm like, we got to get it done. You know, my Marine Corps mentality, like mission accomplishment. Got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. And then at the same time, we're like, whip, 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 whip. And you only got so much money in your pocket, so you're trying to get everything done. Anyway, last night I worked till about 10 o'clock, had the motor out, put back in, out, back in. My headers, and when we mocked up the other 440, I felt like the headers were great. They're in, you know, we had no issues. Well, now we got this engine in there, and now everything's where it's supposed to be and bolted in, and I'm having header clearance issues. So $800 headers, and I'm over there taking a socket and banging out a couple of the tubes here to get around some stuff. If I remember right, the red Super being my intro, I think I had to do the same thing. But it just hurts it's not a big deal, but it just hurts your feelings, you know, especially when you got a nice set like this. So I'm going to take out the other side, down by the torsion bar. It's rubbing. So I'm just going to hit, knock in a little indentation, and we'll put it back in. And I think we could pretty much start building this engine up. One thing that's hurting me, though, is not having the transmission in this, so I have to keep a little block of wood under the back. It's not too big of a deal, but every time I want to raise it up and all that stuff, it's like, gotta make sure that block of wood's, holding the back of the engine up. I don't want to put a lot of strain on the this motor plate either, so it'll lean back and whatever. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get to working. guys, I'm gonna get in this bad boy here. This is a pain in the butt when it's on the lift. You got the part of the roll cage, can't open the door. Oh man. All right. So today was the first day where we got the transmission in, so we could do mock-up and get my drive shaft length, and then the motor's gonna sit where it's gonna sit with the tranny, so I feel a little more comfortable with that. We got the Dominator carb today. I gotta get a plate so it mounts up to the intake manifold. But one thing we did do today is we put a battery to this bad boy, made sure nothing was smoking or started on fire, and so far we got pretty lucky. The fuel pump actually worked, and it shot all the fuel. I cleaned out the tank, but there was fuel in the line, some old varnish fuel, so we ended up getting that out of the line. So we're good there. I'm not going to hold it on long, put it on long. My fan works. We metered out that wire. We found out which one that is. My water pump works, and I got 2 tail lights in the back, as well as the gauges light up. I think I see 1 gauge that's not lit up. So we're good there. The ignition, I'm pretty sure we haven't got that far yet, but I see the lights on. I'm sure it's getting some power. One thing that we did not find yet is there's a wire that's coming through the firewall that I thought for sure was this push button start switch. And when I'm pushing on the switch, even with all the switches on, I'm still not finding, it's not hot. So I got to trace that one. And we got our line lock hooked up, although I hooked that one up the other day, so we're good there. I have to run another copper line because I'm old school and we're running the gauges. We're not running a digital dashboard in this bad boy, because this is as far as it goes. This is it. This is what I'm doing. No turning back now. This is it. So we're gonna run that, and then this week we'll trace out that wire, and oh man, we'll be close to startup. I'm thinking maybe next week, sometime by the end of next week, we'll be ready to try to fire this bad boy and see what she sounds like. It's not gonna move, but we can at least start it up and kind of get an idea of what we're working with. So let them rip, not rock. Keep on saving them. Don't send them to the crusher. We're out.